Okay, now we're going to go ahead and do game 27 of Jeopardy Deluxe Edition for the SNES. That's right, game 27. So far, we have accumulated $1,395,615. Assuming I can get the cartridge to work, of course. No? Still no? Thank you. Alright, let's see if we can add on to that $1,395,615 that we've already won in 26 games. I'm ready. Jim and Liz are my opponents this game, so let's play. For the Jeopardy round, we're going to play with Potpourri, Famous Pairs, Fashion, World Religion, Education, and we'll close it out with Royalty. Okay. We'll play with the categories. I want to start things off with Education for 100.
The answer is...
Veterans were first granted funds to continue their education under this 1944 bill. What is a GI Bill? I'd like Education for 200, please.
The answer is...
U.S. educator who advised Teddy Roosevelt and Taft on racial problems and politics. Who is Booker T. Washington? Education for 300, please.
The answer is...
At most U.S. high school graduations, this second-ranking student gives a welcoming address. Who is the salutatorian? Oh, Bob Saget. There we go. Education for 400.
The answer is...
The highest possible score on the math or verbal section of the Scholastic Aptitude Test. What is 800? Education for 5, please.
The answer is...
The language spoken at the first U.S. kindergarten opened in 1856 in Watertown, Wisconsin. What is German? There we go. An easy $1,500 like that. Famous Pairs 100, please.
The answer is...
Answer there. When partners Bert and Irving founded this ice cream chain in 1948, they had fewer than 31 flavors. What is Baskin Robbins? I'd like Famous Pairs for 200.
The answer is...
Okay. He shared top billing on his TV cartoon show with the Roadrunner. Who is Bugs Bunny? Oh yeah, we're good. Let's take the Famous Pairs for 300, please.
The answer is...
With Bill Todman, he produced TV game shows such as I've Got a Secret and What's My Line. Who is Mark Goodson? I'd like Famous Pairs for 400.
The answer is...
Last name of tax specialists Henry and Richard. What is Block? Oops. I like Famous Pairs for 500.
The answer is...
In the early 1960s, Roger Maris and the Southern New York Yankee were known as the M&M Boys. Who is Mickey Mantle? Up to $3,000 already. I'd like fashion for 100.
The answer is...
On May 5th, 1940, the first stockings made of this went on sale. What is silk? No. The other one. Gin. So the gravy train ends right here for now. Nylon. Yeah, I wanted to say that, but my brain was telling me to go with silk. Alright. It's okay. Let's keep going. Fashion for 200.
The answer is.
Turn of the century, women wore soft felt ones called trilbies, named for Bengali songstress. Liz? Hats. Oh yeah. Liz is on the board, $200. Let's see where she goes. She's going to take world religion for 100.
The answer is.
Answer there. In Hebrew, this word literally means fit, as in fit to be eaten. What is kosher? World religion for 200.
The answer is.
The holy day of the week of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. What is Saturday? World religion for 300.
The answer is.
Biblical event commemorated by the taking of communions in Christian ceremonies. What is the Last Supper? World religion for 400. Daily double. All. European mercenaries of the 15th through 19th centuries, they now exist only to protect the Pope, who are the Swiss guards. Yes. World religion for 500.
The answer is.
Every good Muslim is expected to make one of these pilgrimages to Mecca once in his life. What is a Hajj? There we go. Let's go back to fashion for 300, please.
The answer is.
A Mother Hubbard is a full, loose one you might wear to fetch your poor dog a bone. I'll give this one to Liz because I don't know. Oh, it's a dress. I was thinking that for some reason or another, but I was not confident. Alright. We shall proceed. Fashion for 400.
The answer is.
By the 1920s, Balenciaga was the leading courtier in this country, his homeland. Balenciaga, I have between two of them. I'll just pick Spain. And I picked the right one. What is Spain? Fashion for 500, please.
The answer is.
Before he struck out on his own, Pierre Cardin helped this designer create his new look. Jim. Oh, Jim doesn't know. He's already in the hole at minus 400. He's not off to a good start. Liz. She doesn't know either, so she'll lose all her money. Well, I don't know, so I'm just going to stay put with $7,900 for right now. And that designer is Christian Dior. I'd like potpourri for 100.
The answer is.
It's the same dog of Virginia, Tally-ho. What is a foxhound? Potpourri for 200.
The answer is.
It has been said that this neutral country doesn't have an army. It is an army. What is Switzerland? We'd like potpourri for 300, please.
The answer is.
This fuzzy green fruit is also known as the Chinese gooseberry. What is the kiwi? Potpourri for 400.
The answer is
A word acknowledging a witty remark that strikes home, or a hit in fencing. What is touche? Potpourri for 500.
the answer is
In a nursery rhyme, these body parts are described as 30 white horses upon a red hill. I'll give this one to Liz. Oh, Liz doesn't know. She'll join Jim in the hole at minus 500. Well, let's see if Jim can get himself out of the hole on this one. No, he cannot. Beakaroopa. I'm the only player with any cash whatsoever. $8,900. I'd say eyes. Teeth and gums, so it's a good thing I did not buzz in. Royalty 100.
the answer is
Murdered in a palace intrigue, this Persian king was succeeded by his son, Artaxerxes I. Who is Xerxes II? $200.
the answer is
This prince consort is the president of World Wildlife Fund International. Who is Prince Philip? Good thing I corrected myself on that typo there. Let's have 300, please. Same category.
the answer is
Royalty. Thank you. The favorite toast of this lusty empress was, God grant us our desires and grant them quickly. I'll pick who is Catherine the Great. And she's the one. 400.
the answer is
Her son Louis XVII probably died of natural causes at 10, but many believe he'd been poisoned. Who is Marie Antoinette? Now the last clue.
the answer is
Then we'll move on to Double Jeopardy. This Hohenzollern ruler was the last German emperor and the last king of Prussia. I don't know this one. I'll give it to Jim. Wilhelm II. So he's going to finish with minus 400. Liz has minus 500. And I'm out front with $9,900 at the end of the Jeopardy round. Woo! Both computer players are not off to a good start. I, on the other hand, am off to a firing start. Let's see if the categories and clues will be on my side in Double Jeopardy. Find out right now.
Here's the category.
For Double Jeopardy, the categories are going to be mythology, number, please, first families, actresses and roles, fiction, and we're going to close it out with Pennsylvania. Okay. I think the clues might be on my side this round. We'll find out in just a bit, but let's get started. With mythology for 200.
the answer is
Answer there. His favorite residence was the woods and mountains of Arcadia, where he played his pipes. Who is Pan? Mythology for 400. So I have $10,100 right now. These sylvan deities were part man and part goat and served Bacchus. What are satyrs? Let's have mythology for 600.
the answer is
Classified between human and god, the dryads were these female spirits of the woods. What are harpies? No, not harpies. Liz, let's see if you can get out of the hole. Nymphs. Oh, that's right. So, Liz is now out of the hole. She has a little bit of cash, and she'll make the next selection. I leave the 5 figures for right now, but we'll see if I can get back in it with number please for 200.
The answer is...
On TV's Get Smart, this is the number of the agent who gave birth to twins, who was 99. Number please for 400, and I'm back over $10,000.
The answer is...
News magazine seen Friday nights on ABC, or an ophthalmologist's term for normal vision. What is 20/20? Number please 600.
The answer is...
World War I Doughboy said this many Frenchmen can't be wrong, even though there weren't that many. What is 50 million? I'd like a number please for 800.
The answer is...
Number of Lords a-leaping in the song The 12 Days of Christmas. What is 10? Number please 1,000.
The answer is...
In Italian art and literature, Quattrocento refers to the style of this century. What is the 15th? Ran the entire category. Let's go back to mythology for 800. Daily double. All. Artemis, the goddess of wildlife, was the twin sister of this son of Zeus, who was... For some reason, I think it's Apollo. So I'll say who's Apollo. Yeah! Mythology 1000.
The answer is...
Oh, am I glad I did it. Its mass was from the forest of Dodona, where the trees had the power of prediction. Oh, wow, did I catch a lucky break. Let's see if Jim knows this any better than I do. It is the Argo, and he's right, and he's got some money now. 6 categories to choose from, Jim. Where are we going? You would like Pennsylvania for 200. Alright.
The answer is...
I should not have a problem with this category. In the 19th century, towns like York and Gettysburg were stations on this railroad. What is the Underground Railroad? Oh, Bob Saget. I'd like Pennsylvania for 400.
The answer is...
Shunning modern means of transport, Pennsylvania Dutch people drive wagons pulled by these. What are horses? Yep, Pennsylvania 600.
The answer is...
South Williamsport hosts the World Series of this group every August. What is the Little League? Pennsylvania 800.
The answer is...
In 1692, this royal couple removed William Penn as governor of Pennsylvania, who are William and Mary. Pennsylvania 1000.
The answer is...
Pennsylvania produces almost all of America's supply of this kind of coal. What is anthracite? Alright. Actresses and roles for 200.
The answer is...
This little girl played the Little Colonel, Little Miss Broadway, and Little Miss Marker. Who is Shirley Temple? I'd like actresses and roles for $400. I'm at $29,000 in cash right now.
The answer is.
This Gabor sister did the voice of Duchess the Cat in Walt Disney's The Aristocats. Who is Ava Gabor? Ava Gabor. Actresses and roles for $600.
The answer is.
Geraldine Page's last Broadway role was a happy medium in this Noel Coward play. What is Blithe Spirit? That's right. I'll have actresses and roles for $800, please.
The answer is.
Comedian who got an Oscar nod for playing a choir singer in her first film, Nashville. Who is... I'll say it was Lily Tomlin. She's the one, yeah. Actresses and roles, $1,000.
The answer is.
Okay. This Cuban-American actress starred on Broadway and they're playing our song. Who is... Esther Williams? No, not Esther Williams. So I dropped to $29,800. Let's see if Liz knows this one any better than I do. Lucy Arnaz. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense now. So that puts Liz in second place. She has $1,100. And does she want First Families or Fiction? First Families for $200.
The answer is.
Answer there. Before the 1988 election, she jumped that if George lost, she'd get a facelift and dye her hair red. Who's Barbara Bush? First Families for $400.
The answer is.
Frederick Dent, Ellen Marshall, Jesse Root, and Ulysses Simpson were his children. Who is Ulysses S. Grant? First Families for $600.
The answer is.
First lady who was born in Claudia, Alta Taylor. Who is Lady Bird Johnson? First Families for $800.
The answer is.
His wife, Rachel, lived to see him elected but died before he was inaugurated. Who is Andrew Jackson? First name was $1,000.
The answer is.
So we know where the other Daily Double is. The first White House wedding took place in 1812, and this First Lady's sister Lucy was the bride. It was Dolly Madison. That's going to put me at almost $33,000 in cash. There we go. We know it's in the category of fiction. Let's try the $200 clue, see if it's there.
The answer is.
No, it's not. Okay. Swashbuckler who continued his daring adventures in a sequel, the elusive Pimpernel, who was the Scarlet Pimpernel. Let's try the $400 clue, see if the Daily Double's there. There it is. All. Troublemaker whose half-brother Sid was a quiet boy and had no troublesome ways. Who is Tom Sawyer? $600.
The answer is.
This dandified detective was once one of the most celebrated members of the Belgian police. Who is Hercule Poirot? $800.
The answer is.
The first chapter of this H.G. Wells novel is The Strange Man's Arrival. What is the Invisible Man? And now the last clue.
The answer is
Most of the short stories in this book in our time feature Nick Adams as the central character, who is Ernest Hemingway. So I have $68,400, Liz $1,100, Jim $600. So I once again cannot be caught. And a 28th game, it looks like, will be in the book soon. Our final Jeopardy category is, oh, we get actresses and roles yet again? Alright. I'll lock that in. This, oh. Well, who'd have thought we would have this clue again? Who is Shirley Temple? So I'm going to win the maximum allowed of $99,999. And that is now $614. There we go. Alright. I'll repeat that total. $1,495,614 in just 27 games. And I'll see you all for that next video.
Jeopardy answer is